What is up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we have ourselves a Tarkir Dragonstorm Collector box battle, but not just any battle. These stakes are a little higher today. Today we have a double up battle. So how this thing is going to work, we're going to open this thing up. Each one of our participants is going to get 3 packs. We're going to open this packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And at the end of this thing, the person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value are each going to get not 1, not 2, but 3 collector packs of Tarkir Dragonstorm, effectively doubling up the amount of packs they got. I'm going to set these off to the side here. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as the first tiebreaker, the highest mana value rare as the second tiebreaker, and if we need a third tiebreaker, we will go to the highest mana value or down the line for the highest mana value rare until we have a tie no more. I'm going to give these a good shuffle here. Okay. Honestly, I think the first box, which was for me consequently, of Tarkir Dragonstorm was probably the worst I've opened, and so far since then I should say, I think it's just gotten increasingly good. We've had a couple of spicy boxes in there. Hopefully we see that today. All right, so we have 3 for Typhoon, 3 for Future, 3 for Tucker O, and last but not least, we have 3 for David F. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Typhoon, start us off. I have yet to pull an Ugin or an Elspeth. Like, this has to be the day, right? Like, someone has to get one of those. Here we go. We'll start off with a Dragon Back Assault as the that showcase foil. That is a mythic. I think this thing is really good and limited. All right, Dragon Back Assault. That is a 6/4 mana value, Typhoon. How about Nariv right after that? Heart of the Storm. That is a 4. Starting off with double mythic is not the worst place to be. Teamer Battle Crier. The Orc Ranger. Oh, I know what you do. Yeah, the Orc Ranger. I was like, what is this card? Yeah, there we go. And a Parapet Thrasher as the commander card. Followed by a Stillness in Motion as the pack foil rare back there. Got the Dragon's Eye Presence land, not the Dragon Eye land. But we do have a couple of mythics to sleeve up here. It seems that these packs tend to be in the high teens to low 20s in terms of mana values. Like 22 to 24 would be a high mana value. Somewhere ranging anywhere from 16 to 19 seems to be about the average. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, and 19. So that's 7, 8, 9, plus 4, 13. Did I do that wrong? Oh, so plus 6. Yeah. I keep thinking it's reading as 5. It's not 5. It's 6. 10, 12, 16, 19. All right, 19 for Typhoon. We'll keep that Dragon Back Assault on top. Future, you're up next. Here we go. We have a Glacierwood Siege as the borderless foil rare, followed by Mox Jasper. That is not going to help you. Well, it's low mana value. It may be helping. You never know. But it's also a really good pull. Showcase non-foil Mox Jasper. I will sleeve that up in just a moment. Heck of a pull there. Congrats, Future. Into a Dragon Fire Blade. Pretty good card, I think, as well, especially in like domain type decks. Will of the Jeskai. And a Sidisi Regent of the Mire as the pack foil rare. And that will do it there. But got ourselves a little Mox Jasper action. I really like this in that showcase. I think that looks pretty awesome. Okay, well, what do we got going on here? Remember those, a 2 plus 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's a pretty low pack. 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Trying to think if we've seen a single digit pack out of Tarkir, and I think the answer is yes. I think we've seen a couple, right? Maybe at least one, yeah. Okay, Tucker. There are rare lands as well, possibly get a double land pack. So yeah, that seems about correct. Come on, here we go. We have a mythic. It is a Ghostfire. It is a... Oh, that's the Clarion, right? The Clarion... I just want to say Clarion Dragon, but it's not. A Clarion something. It is a dragon. That is the Japanese Showcase foil Clarion. God, I can't remember what the name is. We'll probably see another one. But that's actually not a bad Ghostfire pull. You could do better. It's not does not appear to be Halo foil, but still a sweet pull nonetheless. That is a 3 for mana value. Voice of Victory, that is also a really high-end pull. That's pretty good. That is a 2. Songcrafter Mage, 3 for mana value. Into Reunion of the House, that is a 7. Hello. Commander slot, Reunion of the House, and a Sinkhole Surveyor after that. That is a 2. No Dragon Eye lands yet, but we will absolutely sleeve up the Ghostfire. All right, let's add up some mana values here. Make things easy on myself. We have a 3 plus 7. That's 10, 12, 15, 17. 5, 6, 7, 14, 17. Yeah, 10. Okay, 17. Pretty good pack overall, too, with that Voice of Victory in there. That's not bad. Not bad at all. All right, David F. Oh boy, that's a card. That's a card. That is back-to-back boxes. Let's go. Let's go. Dragon Scale Foil Misty Rainforest. Oh, that is a heck of a pull. And I'm pretty sure these are like 1% pull rates. So pulling them in back-to-back boxes is absolute insanity. That is so good looking. I'll try and show it off here. And however it looks on camera, it looks that much better in foil. I will tell you. Like, these look really sharp in person. The foiling on them is dynamite. Okay, we have a battle to conduct. I can't stay on this forever, even though I may want to. That is awesome. Congrats, David. Sage of the Skies as a 3. Inevitable Defeat as a 4. Tip the Scales as a 3. And we got a mythic back here. What do we got going on here? Smile at Death as a pack foil mythic. Not bad. The Real Story. Oh, and a Dragon Island. David, pretty good pack, my friend. Pretty good pack. All right, so allow me to sleeve up this Misty real quick. We'll sleeve up the Smile at Death as well. Wow, that's so crazy. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I thought it when I saw the foiling, I was like, oh, do we have a Ghostfire back here? Another a Ghostfire like Halo or something? Nope. Just a Dragon Scale Foil Misty Rainforest. That is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, and 15. Let me run that back here. 3 plus 4, that's 7, 10, 15 it is. All right. Well, David, whatever happens in this battle at this point, I think you're doing okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're fine. After the first round, Typhoon in the high with 19. Future in the low with a 10. 10. I give it a 10. Tucker O with a 17 and David F with a 15. Into round 2 we go. Box is basically already certifiably good. Let's see how we can add to that. Yep. All right. Here we go, Typhoon. You are going to start off with a Teamer Battle Crier. That is a 3. Followed by a Roar of the Endless Song in the Borderless. A lot of Teamer action here. I hope you like Teamer. You are the Teamer master right now with these cards. As a 5. Sinkhole Surveyor. Hammerhead Tyrant as a 6. This is a pretty, seems to be a pretty high mana value pack. And conclude with a Thunder of Unity as a pack foil saga back there. So, what do we got going on mana value wise? We have ourselves a 3 plus 6, that's 9, 10, 11, plus 5, 16, 19 again? Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19 it is. It's a 38 for you in total at this moment. Future, you are up next. Here we go. Start off with Clarion Conqueror. That's it, Conqueror. Yeah, and I do believe this is one of those reversible cards. That is a 3. It is. There's the backside. A Baby Conqueror, I guess? Question mark. It's a 3. Bloomvine Regent, also one of those reversible cards. It's a 5 for mana value. Sidisi, Regent of the Mire. Jaws of Defeat. And a Great Irration City. I was going to say, that's a fairly high mana value pack. Oh, hey, nice Dragon Island in the mountains. These things are climbing in price. I suspect with how much more expensive the collector boxes have already gotten, and the fact that you can only pull these in these, that we might see a little bit more climb there as well. All right, what do we got going on here? We have ourselves a 4, 5, 6, 11, and 14. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 it is. Actually, still a pretty low pack. Future, that puts you at a 24 for the moment. Tucker, back to you. You had a 17. You were chasing Typhoon by 2 coming into this round. Typhoon already put up another 19. So you're currently chasing 21 mana value. Wind Crag Siege. That is a borderless foil. That's a 3. Into Meringue River Regent. This is another one of those reversibles. It's a 6 for mana value. Mardu Siegebreaker, a card I personally really like. That's a 4. And a Tebal's Judgment off the commander slot. That's a 3. I actually don't think I've pulled this very often. And conclude with an Avenger of the Fallen. Also, I like this card as a rare. Pretty good. That's a 3 for mana value. And that will do it there. So it's a 3, 6, 10, 16, 19. Oh, that's going to put you right there in the hunt. That's 9, 13, 16, and 19. Yeah. Puts you out of 36 in total. Currently chasing 2 for the moment. David, ye of Dragonscale Foil Misty Rainforest. Here we go. Start off with a Revival of the Ancestors as the borderless foil saga. That is a 4. Rare is Herd Heirloom. That is a 2. Eshki Dragonclaw. That is a 4. Mythic Zurgo Stormrender as a commander slot mythic. And conclude with a Nature's Rhythm. Do like this card. That is a 2. And that will do it there. So, I think Nature's Rhythm is actually a playable card. 2, a sleeper mythic here. Hold, please. 3, 5, 9, 11, 15. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 it is. Okay. David is kind of leave you in no man's land as far as the mana value is concerned. Right now, you're kind of in the middle. You're neither pushing for the high nor the low. But as I mentioned already, it feels like you're doing okay still, regardless of outcome. After 2 rounds, Typhoon in the high with a 38. Future in the low with a 24. Tucker O right behind Typhoon with a 36. And David F with a 30. Last pack, last round. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully we still have another mythic or 2 to pull. I mean, this box has been, pretty good. But I'd like to see some more mythics, please. Oh, hey, borderless foil Mistrise Village is not a bad place to be, Typhoon. It doesn't help you for your quest for the high right now, but that is actually a pretty sick pull right now. That is a 0. Thunder of Unity, that is a 3. Stadium Headliner, that is a 1. Will of Abzan, that is a 4 off that commander slot. And then conclude with a Corey Steel Cutter, actually a decent card as well, that is a 2. But overall, that was a very low mana value pack for someone who is in the hunt for the high. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 8, 10. Yeah, all right. That will put you at a 48. However, that Mistrise Village is not a bad place to be. We'll sleeve up all that good stuff afterwards, as I tend to do. Not tend to, I do. Future, you have a 24. The next lowest to you is David with a 30. So just don't put up like a 30 spot and you're probably fine. Like keep it in the low 20s or less. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Dramatic pause. We start off with a Naga Flesh Crafter. That is a 4. Followed by a Magmatic Hellkite. Pretty good card in that showcase. That is a 4 as well. Revival of the Ancestors. Sure, we'll keep with the theme of 4. Aligned Heart out of the commander slot is a 3. And conclude with a Hollow Merc Siege Pack Foil Rare. That is a 2. Ooh! And a Foil Plains Dragon Eye. I actually will sleeve that real quick. Pretty good pull. Okay. Doesn't count towards mana value. Well, it would be 0 anyway, but here we go. Future, you have a 2, 5. You know what? Let's make this up. 4, 8, 12, 15, 17. 5, 9, 13, 17 it is. That will put you at a 41 for the moment. All right. Tucker. Typhoon kind of opened the door for you a little bit here. You had a 36. Typhoon has a finished 48. You are chasing 12. You need 13 for the outright win. We have a Voice of Victory foil. That is pretty good. And that showcase foil, very nice. That is a 2 for mana value. Followed by an Avenger of the Fallen, which is a 3 for mana value. Baron Step Siege with a 4 in the borderless. Within range, that is a 4 as well. And we conclude with a Mardu Siegebreaker, which is also a 4. I believe that gets it done for you. Hey, wow, another Dragon Eye land. So we had 3 non-foil and a foil in this box. That is pretty sweet. And I do believe that will probably get it done for you in terms of taking the high. 4, 8, 12, 15, and 17. I'll run that back. 4, 8, 12, 15, 17 it is. That puts you at a 53. And pretty nice Voice of Victory pull. So you have the high. David, oddly enough, could go either way. The Future has the low by 11 right now, so you need below 11. You would need a 10 or below for an outright win of the low. Or a actual 24 would get it done for the high, because you're chasing 23 there. So you have some avenues. You have a path to victory in either case. There is a chance. Here we go. We start off with a Tursa Light Shatter. That is a 3. Followed by a Dakhoven Encampment, which is a 0. So it seems that your best path right now would be a low mana value pack. Flesh Crafter again. That is a 4. Followed by the redoubled Storm Singer. That is a 3. And we conclude with a Laced Prowler, which is a 4. I do believe that puts you out of prize for either. And that's 4, 7, 11, still 11, and 14. Let me run that back. It's 4, 7, 10, and 14. Which does put you at a 44. 48. Let me just recap my totals here. 38, 48. Wow, that's a fairly low mana value battle. 53 with the high. So final standings, Typhoon with a 48. Future does hang on and stays in the low with a 41. Tucker O takes the high with a 53. David F finishes with a 44. Future, you have the low, you have the honors. I'll set these off here. Here we go. Dragonologist. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Voice of Victory, yet another one of those. I'm not unhappy about seeing that rare repeatedly. Adaptive Training Post. Sarkin Dragon Ascendant. And that will do it for your first prize pack. Into your second prize pack. Start off with a New Way Forward, followed by another Meringue River Serpent, one of those reversible cards. Songcrafter Mage. Thundermane Dragon out of the Commander slot. Sure. And a Mistrise Village. Pack foil Mistrise Village. Not a bad pull right there. Pretty good. Alright, last prize pack for future. Can we get a Mythic, though? We have not. I don't think we pulled one of those first two packs there. Although Voice of Victory and Mistrise Village are pretty tip-top rares. Here we go. We have an Inevitable Defeat. There's a Mythic. What is it? Crater Hoof. Hey! Alright. Get hoofed. Very, very cool. Like me some Crater Hoof. That's a good pull. Stillness in Motion. Voracious Bibliophile. And we conclude with another Inevitable Defeat. Hey! And a nice little Dragon Eye there to finish off the rest of your pack. Dragon Eye Island. Pretty good. So we got a hoof. We got a couple of really good rares in there. Not bad. Tucker. Your first of your 3 packs. How about a Smile at Death Showcase Foil? Nice Mythic. How about another one? How about a Parination Double Mythic? Into Roar of the Endless Song. Floral Evoker. And a Revival of the Ancestors. And that will do it for that first pack there. But a couple of Mythics to add to your spoils. Let's do that. All right, pack number 2. Songcrafter Mage. Followed by a Tersa Light Shatter. Oh, Core Steel Cutter. That's actually the first time I've seen it in this treatment. That's cool. Bone Devourer, that Commander slot. And a Lotus Light Dancers as the pack foil rare. The Dragon's Eye Presence right there. And we head to our third pack. Here we go. Start off with a Nature's Rhythm in that Showcase foil. I actually do like that quite a bit. Very nice. Here's a... Hey, finally! Finally! I was like, man, are we really going to go... I mean, these are technically from another box, actually. We did technically go another box. All the prize support came from another box of Tarkir. But the point is we finally hit an Ugin. I have... For those scoring at home, Dragon Scale foil fetches 2... score Ugin 1, Elspeth 0. That's really weird, right? But finally, the point is we hit an Ugin, and that is really, really cool. This is a reversible. There's, I guess, baby Ugin on the back. Sure. I prefer a regular Ugin. That's just me, though. That's a really, really good pull, though. Congrats, Tucker. Into the Awaken the Honored Dead, and that Borderless, Deceptive Frostkite. And the Herd Heirloom. Oh, and a foil Island Dragon Eye. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll actually sleeve that up real quick too, along with Ugin, of course. Well, there we go. Pretty good battle. Really tight battle. Came down to the end. Actually, a really low mana value. The high winning at 53 is, I would say, quite uncommon. We finally cracked the seal on Ugins, but as I say that back again, that is really funny. I am at two Dragon Scale foil fetches, 1 Ugin, and 0 Elspeth still. Pretty hilarious. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.